Hey guys, shortly after here, I wanted to update this channel. I got a wonderful message from a guy. I'm not going to say his Reddit name because I didn't ask for permission. If you're seeing this, then you know who you are. It's a guy from Germany, and he read one of my books. Well, one of these short works that I've written. It's called Dare to Be Different. Um, I've released a couple other ones. I released Embracing the Mystery, was just before that. And prior to that, a bit longer ago, was Taking the Spirituality Out of Spirituality. So these are the three I've done really in the past 12 months, I think. Anyway, so this guy read this book, um, and he left me some really positive feedback. I once again, if you're watching this, I really appreciate that. But I realized that he had seen a lot of my content, my videos particularly. He's also done some reading, but he mentioned the videos, and I realized my videos are out of date. I haven't really had an incentive to make any new ones, but he's given me one, so thank you. I just want to update. I'm going to leave the other stuff up because I think it's still valuable and I think it's part of my path, but I want to give some updates because a lot's changed since then. I don't know if I really identify with spirituality anymore. Because when I see spirituality now, like on Reddit, our spirituality, you see angel numbers, you see reincarnation, you see spirits. Fair enough, it's spirituality. But my introduction to spirituality was in recovery for drinking and drugging, for substance abuse. Um, and we believed part of the one of the steps says we came to believe in a higher power that would solve our problems, and that's what I did. I stopped trying to micromanage. I stopped stressing so much, and started to trust, and that really turned my life around. So that was spirituality to me, and it worked. So that's why my journey of, what do you want to call it, self-improvement, to me was really about spirituality. Um, but nowadays I don't really identify with that. I'm all about embracing humility. I'm all about accepting our limitations. I'm all about authenticity. But without the mumbo jumbo, the spirits, the magic parts of things. I mean, I think life is magical. We don't know why we're here. That's really cool. We don't know why we fall in love. We don't know um, why we enjoy the things we do, or what it means to enjoy, or what it means to feel pain or feel loss and grief. We can't explain what that is. You could write a Wikipedia article like, what is grief, but that's not the same as experiencing it. The same for what is love. You could write it down. The computer could tell you what love is, but it's not the same thing. So that thing I'm totally about, and I think that gives me something in common with spirituality. So I'll still share with those communities, um, but I wouldn't say that that's what I am. I'm not a spiritual thinker or a spiritual creator or whatever. But I do relate in part. Not as much as I did, but I do relate in part. Secondly, I mentioned self-improvement. So I used to be against self-improvement because it's really about discipline, and I'm not really about discipline. Um, but as I've grown up and my perspectives change, I see value in self-improvement because that's what I've done. I haven't been disciplined like, okay, gonna run 10 miles today, gonna um, get out of bed at 5 in the morning, make my bed. No, that's not what I'm about, and that's what self-improvement really seems to be. I don't jive with that. But at the same vein, these are people who want to have a better life. They want to live better, more fulfilling lives, and that's totally what I'm about. So, though I don't consider that my thing, that's part of it. I mean, that's a big part of it. It's just not in the way they go about it, you see? I guess I'm somewhere in the middle. I want to live a better, more fulfilling life, but I do that in such a way that accepts the unexplainable, that accepts our limitations, that accepts kind of the magic of life without it being magic. It's magic, but it's not a magician. It's just love and grief, these things I talked about before that we can't explain. It's supernatural. In the natural is supernatural. I mean, we're here. Why are we here? We have no clue, but we're here, and that's cool. It doesn't need to be anything more than that, because what it is already pretty amazing. Um, if we can't see it, and where the self-improvement aspect comes in, if we can't see that, then it's because we're doing something wrong. We're not going about it the right way. And the cool thing about life is, Osho said, it's an opportunity. It's neither good nor bad. It's neither black nor white. It's an opportunity. You get to decide what to do with it. So that's really what the message is. It's about living a good life. It's about being happy. Not all the time. I mean, if you can be happy all the time, great. But for me, I have ups and downs. But deep down, I enjoy my life. I have a reason to be here. And that sustains me through the downs. So yeah, it's about being happy in that regard. It's about being fulfilled. It's about having a purpose. Even if your purpose is just, hey, I just want to lay on my couch or play video games my whole life, I love that. There's this guy, Artosis. He plays StarCraft. And he lives in Korea. And he has dedicated his life to StarCraft, and he's made it. He's a celebrity. He gets paid to play. He gets paid to stream. And that's what he wants to do. I mean, some people say, well, I don't want to be famous. Well, you don't have to be. But, be honest. If you really want to do something, but you don't because you're afraid, then that's not it. But if you genuinely just love laying on your sofa playing StarCraft or watching TV, great. Don't let anybody stop you. That's the message. It's not what you're doing. It's why or how, It's about living a fulfilling life. And, the key element for me was in authenticity. I could talk about other things like, humility. That's very important. I've already talked about that. Could talk about acceptance. Very important also. Could talk about trusting yourself, trusting the universe. I mean, whatever you want to call it. Just trusting just being able to go with the flow. If that's less esoteric for you, that's fine. Whatever it is, but just, relaxing into the flow. So those are all important, but, maybe the biggest thing that I want to talk about is authenticity. That's what Dare to Be Different is about. I'm not that different, like, superficially. I mean, I don't have piercings. I don't have tattoos. I mean, I'm just a normal guy. My hair is long. At the moment, from the last video I saw, I don't think I've had a haircut since then. So that's a little different, but I'm not doing it because, oh, look at my long hair. I just like it this way. That's all. That's all it is, just doing what you want. It's not about sending a message or proving a point. It's just about doing what you want, and it doesn't matter what other people think. Yeah. It's not... there's a big lack of authenticity, even among the people who really proclaim authenticity. Some of the most authentic people I've met are just normal, I mean, not normal in the mediocre way, which is very, very common, but just normal. They just go to work, they have a family, they have hobbies, and that's all, but they really do what they want to do. And they're honest about their feelings. That's a big one, being honest about your feelings. Anyway, I'm getting to 10 minutes. That's all, guys. If you're on the channel, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you again, the guy who messaged me from Germany. It means a lot, and that gave me the courage to kind of organize what I'm doing here. Because, hey, maybe more people are catching on. I hope so. So I will leave the old stuff up, but I hope I clarified what I'm about. I'm sure my perspective will continue to evolve, but I really feel like I've got something that's uniquely mine. So that's it, guys. This is what it is. Feel free to check out my. Um, this is weird because now I'm kind of doing publicity, but that's the next step. Please check out my blog. It's youshortyafter.blogspot.com. Check me out on Reddit. That's username shortyafter. Feel free to share my books. You can find them on my website. You can send me a message, and I'll send you the link. Yeah, if you just want to get in touch, leave me a comment or send me a message on Reddit, and let's do it. And the important thing is for me just to get the message out. Anyway, guys, I hope you find all my stuff helpful. Thank you. Have a great day.